Feel like gallstones?
Damn.
I'm not gonna say gallstones.
I have butterflies in my stomach. No, boo, that's gallstones.
I'm Kaya, the Maven, the Fab Maven. And tonight I'm with my sisters talking about marriage. The do's, the don'ts, the wills, and the won'ts. After August Alsina came forward about his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, we thought we'd talk about it. No matter how much money you have or don't have, some of these things that were spoken about on Jada's show hit close to home.
All right, let's go. Hello, one and all. Welcome to another episode. I should say a special episode of A Maven's Tale, because we're here to talk about some stuff today. And what better way to talk about it than with the people I love most, my sisters. So up top, we got Shauna Dawn. Below her, I have Cho. And right next to her, I got Keish. All right, y'all. So everybody done been hearing about what's in the news. I'm not talking about Epstein's chick getting arrested. I'm not talking about Roger Stone being pardoned. I'm not talking about COVID cases surging. But what I am talking about is Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and August, aka Aug Alsina. And that's what we're here to talk about today. But because of the fact that we're four married women, this is a situation that hit us straight in the heart. So let's get down to it. Everybody saw Red Table Talk, right?
Yes.
So let me say this as a disclaimer. The views that are expressed by the panel are not those that are of the Maven brand. All right. So I just want to say before we even go into that unless y'all was in the room, because I see a lot of posts and comments all over the place, unless y'all was in the room with them taking part of the swinging, it's hearsay. Okay? I just want to say that, because everybody's like, oh, it's been known for years that they had an open relationship, that they swingers. You know, God is not in that, all of this stuff. But yet no one has had actual proof or photographic evidence that would be held up in a court of law. So, what y'all think?
Who would you like to start?
I know. I was going to say, who you want to start with?
Who is it burning? Burning like...
Well, I think when it first started, I felt like, why did he think we felt the need to tell us? Like, I felt like, why now? It just seemed kind of suspect with the album coming. It's just like, why, after supposedly all of this time, he felt the need now? I mean, it's his truth, but I just felt like, why did he feel the need to invite us in?
I think a lot of people thought that, and when I first saw the video with Angela Yee, that was the first thing that came to my mind. First of all, why did he snitch? And then I was curious of what other people thought. So I went down on the comments. I think I was looking at YouTube, and I'll say majority of the people felt like he was snitching. So I was very proud of a lot of people, because normally people tend to be automatically with the negativity, but a majority of people were saying, why is he telling their business? So, and then that's what came to my mind, Shauna, is that he has his album dropping. And I'll be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I thought about August Alsina. So it might have been last August. It might have been last August, okay?
It was the last time I saw him was when he was on the
Red Table Talk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was the last time.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that was the last time I saw him. So
he was there with her mom and another person, because and people was alluding to the fact that he had a relationship with her mother. I I personally think that Jada's mother may have been a sponsor. So because she's been in recovery for
years, like over 30 years or something.
30 years or something like that. So she may have been a sponsor. I don't know. But go ahead, Keisha.
No, but that was my initial thinking was, first of all, why are you snitching? I didn't think it was anyone's business.
Right.
Especially what you do in your bedroom. And also I thought that celebrities had their own code on how they conducted themselves and what goes on behind closed doors stayed behind closed doors.
He never got that memo.
I guess not.
He didn't get that memo.
He didn't sign an NDA.
No.
Yeah.
which surprises me when it comes to, and that's why I think Will was like, I'm gonna get you back though.
Oh, because his women sign NDAs?
Look, whatever it is. Whatever it is.
I was just saying that. Just saying. This has been a very interesting topic for me. I had so many different feelings because number one, I agree with both of you. Why did August Alsina feel the need to share his relationship? I really don't understand. Like, seriously, dude, you really kissing and telling? Who does that?
Exactly.
A broken person.
Well, so is it that he was brokenhearted and he needed the world to know that he was in a relationship with Jada Pinkett? Because it really wasn't.
His street cred probably went through the roof.
What happened?
I said his street cred probably went through the roof as far
But
as.
how did his street cred go through the roof? Because honestly, I'm sure a lot of men are looking at him like, yo, dude, like, all right, yeah, you banged Shorty, but for real, you really had to let the world know you banged Shorty?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you're not banging Shorty. This is Jada.
I'm speaking like dudes in the street.
Yeah.
And I think any dude in the street that got J-Lo, Beyonce, Jada Pinkett Smith, all of the ones that's on that level, they would snitch too. If a regular dude,
you think? Well,
I believe so, but I would have to ask the dude.
But he isn't a regular dude. I mean, I know the young girls like August Alsina. They like his music. I only know of August Alsina because of Alexis going to his concert. Other than that, I wouldn't know who August Alsina is. I don't,
I actually had some of his music back when I was back.
I couldn't even tell you what
song of I don't even know a song.
And I don't know if that's me aging myself or not cool, but I don't know his music. I don't. I may have heard it, but don't know that that's who it is.
Right.
I was very disappointed. Like, really, what was the reason for you having an interview with Angela Yee and feeling like that was tea to be spilled? What was your motive behind it? Is it that your heart was broken? Because then I started seeing so many different things that he put out a video a year ago, and the name of the person with the text message showing, and the name of the person in the text was Corinne, which is Jada's middle name, and it was supposed to be like a conversation that he was having between, him and her, and then he put in a meme of Jada from what's Low Down Dirty Shame, I think it was, movie, with her moving her head.
Mm-hmm.
That was a part of the video. So you outed your relationship over a year ago, and when people questioned you about it, you denied it. Anytime people asked you about Jada, you revered her as this person who was good to you, and
right.
This pure heart person that was so helpful to you, only to turn around and let the world know that you had a sexual relationship with her. That's not my business. I don't care what Jada does in her bedroom. I don't care what Will does in his bedroom.
I don't think he said that they had sex.
So they were in a
you sound like Trump right now.
Because I had to do my research.
Well, you know what,
he never actually said they had sex.
That they were in a relationship.
Entanglement.
Entanglement.
No, that's another thing. I am tired of people trying to make entanglement and the way Jada meant entanglement as it's not a definition.
Right.
For
her, that's what it was.
For her, in the context that she used it in, at this point in time, especially because he felt the need to make it a public situation. It wasn't entanglement.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a complicated situation that I involved myself in at that time, which I don't understand why people were like, oh, and it's like become a joke. Entanglement.
Oh, they killing them online.
Well, everyone who spoke about it, you've just actually showed how fucking dumb you are, because she used it in the proper context that applied to her situation. Because it was a complicated time. And, you know, even with people saying that her and Will doing the red table talk was damage control, well, who else should be doing damage control? I don't need my representative to do my damage control when I have the platform to do my own damage control.
Exactly. That's right.
We are acting as if this situation with August, Jada, and Will is something brand new. It is nothing brand new. This happens every day with broke mofos in your neighborhood. Because it's Will and Jada, it makes a difference. Jada is a female just like the four of us. Will is a man, just like.
I was gonna say, who she? Something I need to know.
Will is a man, just like our husbands. Anything can happen at any time. It was just so crazy to me that people were just bashing her. They were saying, well, how does it go from helping him to ending up in the bed? I'll be honest with you. I think the both of them took advantage of one another at a vulnerable state. Right. Now, we don't know what part August was in with regards to his sobriety. We don't know if he was still using when she got involved with him in a relationship that he made us to feel it was. Because again, relationships, we all have relationships with one another.
Which at this point, he probably will never expound on.
But he can.
He's probably canceled.
Right. It's
I'm sure the Pinkett Smith PR team has sent out notice to any major promoter, anybody with a stage and a boombox. Don't let him nowhere near
ground.
You know. But before we go into the marriage part, I want to go to the interview with Angela Yee. And to be honest with you, when August was talking about his health, I felt like he was talking about me. With the exception of me not going to the hospital. But there have been plenty of times when my husband has walked into the room and I was face down on the floor. And it wasn't, don't go there. Okay.
You wasn't entangled, right?
You know, it wasn't an entanglement. But because of the fact and how he spoke and the passion in which he spoke, I was just like, yo, he sounds like me. Like what I went through and, you know, continue to deal with or whatever. So if that was how he felt and went to Jada and Will through Jaden, was it Jaden or Trey that introduced him?
I think Jaden.
It was Jaden, I think.
They met up at a concert or something like that, and I saw that her with meeting up with the kids at a show or something like that.
Oh. But
at any rate,
I think that at the time he was apparently 23 when it happened, and Jada was my age. So then I'm like, my son, and I'm thinking about it from my son's perspective, dating somebody of my age and the level of experience that I have. Now, I haven't been as many places as Jada. I haven't experienced as many things as Jada. However, my son getting with somebody, I don't know if he was mentally ready for that magnitude of woman.
Well, you know,
apparently he wasn't because he's
out here now.
I hate
his love.
Well, I mean, I know of someone who was in a relationship with an older woman, and at the time when he got involved with the older woman, his mom wasn't too pleased with the situation. The The married woman had children. They were married. They got married. The older woman had children. They did get married, and they've been married for many years. And there was a huge age gap between them. I don't know if the situation with August Alsina, if it was he mentally wasn't prepared for the situation to be involved with an older woman. We don't know if Jada was the first older woman he was ever involved with either.
That's true. Maybe he had experience.
We don't know. It could be the thing, like, we always talk about and we always think about women, and there's always the comment about the side chick, the side chick, the side chick, the side chick, as if there's no side dudes.
Right.
And we never think that men get emotional the way women do. A man clearly will act the same way we feel a woman would react to a situation when they're no longer together.
Right.
Jada said in their interview that he cut her off. He wanted no dealings with her. He cut. He didn't.
Then when was this red table talk with the two of them?
It was prior.
Years ago. Yeah.
Oh,
this was a few years ago.
But what it is if, and I don't know if this is the case, I'm speculating, but it could be the thing that maybe he wanted more of a situationship with her,
and she couldn't give it.
And as Jada and Will stated that they were separated at the time, there is no way I'm gonna come out of a situation that I've been in for 20 years to get involved in another situationship and don't give myself time to breathe.
Right.
That's been what she said to him, and his feelings were hurt because he could have wanted more of that relationship that she was like not ready to give him, because why did he cut her off the way he did? She said he didn't want any dealings with her. If she's reconciling with her husband, well, you knew that when you got involved with that woman, she was married.
She was still married.
It is the same argument that we use about women. Well, you knew he was married.
No, I'm not making it a male-female thing, because men get passes for it all the time.
I think that was another thing that, I was a little like, come on, we allow this to happen every day when it's a man with a younger woman, or a married man separated from his wife, or a married man that's still going home to his wife every night. And, and it's always a pass given to a man. The minute we heard this, everybody has been attacking Jada. Oh, she took it. How she go from being the helper to the one pouncing on him? Okay, well, she did say she was broken.
Right.
She also made it a point to say that she has codependency issues. And she alluded to the fact that a lot of it has to do with the situation with her mother, which we know at times children of addicts do have codependency issues.
My concern with Jada, and I agree with you 100%, because when it comes out to men, don't get the wrath that Jada did. But my concern for Jada, who seems like she's a very highly intelligent woman, she has this Red Table Talk show. It seems like it's a positive show. But going back to what you were saying, Kaya, about when your son brings his friends over, if your son brings a friend who's broken, and you're a highly intelligent woman, wouldn't you say to yourself, if I get involved with this broken bird, I'm going to push him over the edge a little further than what he is at that point? Somebody in either the two of them had to have common sense to say, listen, I'm not pretty sure they had the conversation. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a thing where she looked at him and said, oh, you are fine as hell. I got to get with you. I'm pretty sure it was something she thought about over and over again.
But now that becomes a whole nother issue. You know why? Because you're using intelligence and emotions.
Well, okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you. If August came to her house with AIDS,
Not the same situation.
But she had jumped on that little boy's
Not
Well, see, it's
she
the
would have thought
thing.
about it. She would have thought about it
it's
very seriously.
It's apples and oranges. It cannot be compared. We can stick to their situation and we can actually identify and expound on that situation within itself. Yes, August came to them addicted to narcotics and also suffering with medical issues. The narcotics usage was no help to his medical issues that he was going through. It only exacerbates what he was going through medically.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can assist you and help you because I have a thing within myself that I actually validate myself when I'm helping others. That's what makes me feel like, oh my God, I am worthy. Listen,
Yeah,
I save people. And she said it. She did put it out there that she has this thing that she always has to be the person to help people.
Yeah, I remember her saying that.
People do we know that we can honestly say that we see those types of behaviors? Now, just because my IQ is through the roof, how I still feel inside is two different things. If she was going through a separation with her husband and Will explained that he wasn't messing with her, he was done with her.
Mm-hmm.
Just think of what she was going through mentally with her husband telling her he was done with her.
So let me ask you, that segues into my question with Will. First of all, I indirectly, I feel bad for Will, but we'll talk about that in a little while. Because everyone has known for years, the two of them have had an open relationship. I don't know if that's a rumor. I don't know how true that is.
You don't know.
Why do you? My question is,
the only couple that we've ever heard publicly say that they have an open marriage and an open relationship is Monique and Sidney. Monique has been public with it. They had a podcast about it. Right. We have never heard Will or Jada say
that they are swingers.
An open marriage.
Okay.
People have said that their marriage was an open marriage. And I don't know if that rumor came about because nobody knows what goes on in their marriage.
Yeah, you make stuff up if you don't know. You just I feel like they do.
My question is to you is, why do you think Will was so upset about her getting with him?
I don't know what you mean from watching the Red Table Talk?
Yeah.
Or
I don't think he was upset about them.
I think my
think he was upset that now I got to sit here
and take this in public.
I got to do damage control and all of this stuff. You know, that's why I think he was upset. Really, I had to come off of I'm doing.
Remember what he was saying? He was like, I was mad at you. He said, I was mad at you.
Yeah.
He wasn't feeling her about other
stuff.
They never elaborated on what
they had before.
And that's not our business because we all know we go through stuff in our marriages. There's times when I know I don't like that person.
I think we all have those.
What are you talking about? Because I know you're not talking about my brother.
I sure am. But I don't think Will was upset about that to the public. I think it was, so now I really have to have a conversation and let everybody know about something that we've already dealt with. Because
years ago.
It just happened today. They've already dealt with this. And I
think that's why I'm so shocked that there wasn't an NDA. And I think that there wasn't an NDA because of the fact that he came to them as a wounded vessel. So they didn't think they would need an NDA.
They trusted him. I don't think it's something that should have come to bite them in the ass. It was none of our business.
It was none of our business.
That's basically the word of the day. None of our business.
It's none of our business.
But that's what happens when you deal with children.
Women have always been known to mature faster than men.
I think
regardless of what age.
Yeah, exactly.
But so the thing is, the broken parts of her is what attracted the broken parts in him. So, like me, for years, had abandonment problems. So all of the men that I attracted were either unavailable in the physical sense, or they were unavailable in the emotional sense. So those were the broken parts of me. So I just say for her, because, you know, they were like, she's older and she's a predator. It had nothing to do with age. It
Nothing to
was
do with
the
age.
I don't think that it's
of her
like, you can't
that attracted
call-
him.
she's like 4'2",
You
you know, 100 pounds soaking wet. Like, there's no
like she's a predator. Just no.
But even
He
though
was a
she
She took advantage of
She
it.
didn't
know
know.
she has
He was broken. And I'm
money,
like,
she can wipe her tush with money. Money does not buy you happiness.
That is true.
Money does not buy you satisfaction with yourself, love for yourself. Money can't buy that. That's something that you have to find on your own.
Yep.
and that was,
She said, I needed to feel good. I
Right.
needed to feel good.
Right.
and she needed, and she wanted happiness.
Yes.
And that's
And she's been on top.
For
No
a minute.
You know,
so
but she's been on top, you know, for a while. The Smith family has been making movies and producing, and, you know, Will is doing Instagram clips, jumping off of whatever, you know, he's
Jumping
you know,
out of
he's
helicopters.
none of us know what we would do in a situation like that,
True.
because if I believe that it was Maya Angelou that said it on an interview, that if a human was able to do it, then there is a chance that you would be able to do it.
You got that.
Because people say I would never do that.
You don't know until you in that.
I
I wouldn't
in
even
that
kill a
situation.
fly.
so
You don't
Kai,
know.
But then if a fly was attacking your cat or your dog or your guinea pig, would you swat that fly?
but that's just like what
your guinea pig.
that's like last week when we were reading the comments, and some of the comments we were reading about, oh, they should have God, and if you don't have God, and I was being messy, peeking into people.
Oh my goodness! With
And I'm
the
like,
with the
you don't have a husband.
heavenly bounded folk.
And
Shut
you don't have a
up!
And
They
you
make me
don't have a
sick.
husband. So let's talk about the fact that you don't have a husband. No one knows what they will do in their marriage
Until that's
until
right.
in the marriage.
That is true.
Anyone that has been married, and we were going over the years of marriages, but anyone who's been married for over 15 years, you can honestly say that you see the shift, the huge shift in marriage by year 15. Because we know there's always spurts. 5 years, either two things happen. Either you getting divorced or you sticking through it.
Yeah.
You get to
Okay, I'm almost at that 5. I'm almost at the 5. I'm at the first one. I'm at the 5.
Oh shoot, we made it to 10.
I'm at the 5.
But you made it to 10. And it's like, oh my God, we made it to 10. But can you please tell me if by year 10, you really liked him as much as you did in the first year?
I don't like him at the 5.
Because I
He
can
get on my nerves.
I can honestly say that the butterflies I had in the beginning,
Feel like gallstones.
I'm not gonna say gallstones.
I have butterflies in my stomach. No, boo, that's gallstones. That's gallstones.
No, that's kidney stones.
Kidney stones. Excuse me. You got kidney stones, girl. You got kidney stones.
But they always say you always have to reinvent. You always have to. You always have to reinvent your marriage. And
It goes in cycles.
Did I think I would be getting a divorce? No. No. Marriage